Mr. Bharani Kumar Arol. Could I request the people to join with him is Mr. Jagannath, he's already here, Dr. Sridhar Raghavendran, Mr. Sunil, Venugopal, sorry, Mr. Sunil, Mr. Gilbert Raj, Mr. Satya Mathala, yeah, there he is, thank you. And we have Mr. Srinivas Thaluka. There. Where, yeah, good. Then we have can we have Ms. Dr. Mohar? Yes, thank you. And Mr. Sarfuddin. There's no diversity here, except me.
You are there. You should join us too.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, the lamp and the light is here. No, you should do this.
Shubham Kurutvam Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasampada Shubham Kurutvam Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasampada Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya Deepajyotir Namostute Deepajyotir Namostute Deepajyotir Parabrahma Deepajyotir Janardanaha Deepajyotir Parabrahma Deepajyotir Janardanaha Deepo Hartu Me Papam Sandhya Deepa Namostute O Deepa Brahma Rupastham.
So Mr. Bharani Kumar Arol, the person who's there with you, he is the president of the Hyderabad Software Enterprises Association, president of TechTride, and also a CEO of InfoPure Solutions. Wow. Mr. Bharani has contributed about 30 years of expertise of the area on information technology, PPO services, across to the manufacturing, aerospace, telecom, healthcare, BFSI, and retail domains. So I don't know which I've missed. I think only medical is not here. Other than that, everything is covered. He is a seasoned and a respected professional and delivery management, operational excellence experience in complex transformation and managed service programs, primarily in technology services. His IT experts covers areas like business intelligence. There is an application development on multiple platforms. It also has infrastructure management, ERP implementation, QA, automation, and support services. He is a past vice chairperson for Cypriot Security Council. I think I got that right. He is former regional council member of AP and Telangana chapter of NASSCON, the India ITIT's trade bodies, and also the president of HICIA and its ITS Association of Hyderabad. On academic front, Mr. Barney holds an engineering degree and also an additional MBA degree. He is a certified PMP. Sorry, I scrolled a little too fast. I'm so sorry. And as an ISO 9000 certified lead assurer with experience in implementing quality management systems and V3 certified. In a nutshell, his specialties are technology management, ODC development, service delivery management, operations management, global project implementation, client engagement management, and business development. Wow, I think he needs a round of applause for all this. Join us and give him and share knowledge with us. Thank you. Just give me a minute while I take this.
Sure, take your time.
From the Queens, I want to break free. I want to really break free. Thank you very much for that introduction, Jyoti. Sometimes, like say, in order to do something for the society, first, you have to sell yourself, right, and brand yourself. You get the acceptability, right, of the stakeholders in any different, situation. Only then, people get to also listen to you, unfortunately, right? So, I think I did a fairly good job by giving that introduction so that, I can be branded a little better than, what I am. But anyway, more than all that she said, the two things that I feel very happy about, take pride in sharing with you all, right, in terms of my accomplishments and the work that I've done in the recent past, the last couple of years, whatever, after I moved back from the US, is serving the overall IT industry ecosystem for the last 12 plus years, and Hyderabad in specific. And I was the chairman of, vice chairman and secretary of Hyderabad Security Council, which is a collaborative organization between IT industry and the police department. I take pride in saying this here and everywhere, that I'm the creator of an intelligent transport system called Sheraton, which basically mobility for women for free, transporting close to about 50,000 women a month, right, across Hyderabad. And it's such a noble initiative that like say the government supported so well, and I was recognized for that. And even today, when I see the bus going around carrying women, it gives me a lot of sense of pride. So I would say this is my biggest achievement than what she read. Another one that I'm working on right now is called STREE, S-T-R-E-E, which is an acronym for She Triumphs to Respect, Equality, and Empowerment. And when Jyoti talked about diversity here, right, I talk about it every day, in every place, and every forum that I go to. And I see the very few women here, and of course most of the men. I always challenge, why can't we just bring more women into the workforce? And that's one of the reasons why I created a forum called Women Leaders Forum in HICIA. After 30 years of HICIA's existence, don't you think that it's time for us to be able to promote women in the industry, in the leadership level? And today, unfortunately, the number of women leaders in the IT industry, for that matter, in every industry, is in the single digits. For IT industry, maybe 5 to 6%. But I set a target for myself, for the industry, for my association, that we should be able to achieve 25%, right, in the next 4 to 5 years. Believe me, it is not that easy, right? You know very well what the reasons are. So we are definitely working towards that. We have to navigate through this, like say, current, hierarchies and current processes, practices, and bring women, to the fore. Anyway, so that is my small, context setting, but, basically just went a little long. And I was told that I can take about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but I said, you know what, I don't want to be boring everybody to death. I may be talking the same stuff, like that you've been hearing for quite some time, but just coming from different perspective. Let me just, start it very formally, right? So, dear FM Zone core team members from Bangalore, I just wanted to name all of them because the kind of work that you guys have done is phenomenal. Whatever I've seen, I think requires certainly the recognition in my address. Mr. Jagannath Rao, Dr. Sridhar Raghavendra, Mr. Sunil Venugopal, Mr. Golbar Raj, Mr. J. Ram Govindaya, Mr. CVL Narasimha, Mr. Sukumara Swami, and the Hyderabad team core members, Mr. Srinivas Taluka, Mr. Satya Matala, Dr. Mohar, Mr. Shafaruddin, Mr. Gauri Shankar, and Mr. Rajendra Kumar. Representatives from the facility management, corporate real estate, projects management, and IT infrastructure and from across the country. I believe there is some media, media friends, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, let me just give you a very simple message, right? HYSIA is an industry body having almost 90% of the industry representatives part of it. When I say representatives, in terms of the revenue, in terms of the number of employees, all right? We are an association of companies, and most of the CEOs, CXOs are all part of our, executive and management committee. The message that I want to give here, and it's a collective perspective of the industry leaders. They all want employees to come back to the office. That's a very strong message that I want to convey, which in my opinion is a very strong message, is a very welcome message to all of you, right? I'm sure you all appreciate that too. If so, can we applaud the leaders' perspective? Because there's no uncertainty about it at all, right? I mean, I know there are facility managers here and also developers, right? And part of the other, industries too. So anyway, thank you. It's an honor and privilege to be among you all today at this prestigious event hosted by FM Globalnet. My sincere thanks to Srinivas Taluka, facilitator, and the core team members of Hyderabad chapter of FM Globalnet for inviting me to this wonderful event on thought leadership on return to office. Before I get started, let me give a quick overview of HYSIA for those who may not be aware of this incredible institution. How many of you know HYSIA? I have a lot of work to do, right? So I'm going to take more time about HYSIA. Just kidding. Alrighty. 30-year-old organization. It was just started the same year when NASSCOM, right? Pan India was started. Started by a few leaders in Hyderabad, and the founding members, they are very passionate about, growing Hyderabad as one of the best, IT destination. And we started about, in 1991, the same year that, NASSCOM was started. And leaders of the industry at that point in time, B.V.R. Mohan Reddy Garu, J. Chaudhary Garu, Mallikarjuna Rao Garu, and G.G. Chaudhary Garu, right? So it was the vision, position Hyderabad as the leading intellectual capital of the world. Industry contribution, collaborating with the government, industry academia connect to be able to groom talent for the industry. CSR initiatives, I would say with pride, I was just sharing with the, the honorary members here, we were able to mobilize collectively by all the industry bodies, and Hyderabad IT industry ecosystem mobilized close to 200 crores in the last 2 years for the COVID relief activities. It's quite an amazing achievement considering the fact that we all were just kind of, working from home and having challenges, mobilizing many different resources, but industry came forward. So we should take pride of that and say we have contributed back to the society in a big way. And one of them is, setting up ICU beds when there was a need. And we did a need assessment. We were all on the floor, understanding what the needs are, not throwing away what is required, not required, but we did the need assessment to figure out what is, to be given and save lives. We saved lots of lives. We set up about close to 300 ICU beds in total across Telangana, in the rural districts as well, including 10-bed ICUs in multiple districts. Thank you very much for the industry, and of course, you all are definitely great contributors there too. So we worked on competency development, innovation, ecosystem, and annual awards we just give away to all the companies in different segments. ICA today is a registered apex body with more than 300 members representing about 140,000 crore revenue and 650,000 employees of ITS industry in Hyderabad. My friends from Bangalore, and I'm sure at some point in time, right, even if we don't beat Bangalore, but we'll be getting closer and closer, right? So we have that commitment. We have a very passionate team of, industry leaders, and of course, from the facility management team as well, and the government. We're working hand in hand to be able to achieve that number. But I'm sure the next couple of years, right, many of us would endorse what I'm saying. It will happen. So we just have many different forums that I talked about, and we do all our services to our member companies through these forums, right? Okay, this I'll come back a little later. So as you all know, Telangana has clocked about 12.98% growth in the financial year 2021. Believe me, when people were just asking me, being the industry body leader, the press and everybody else was just asking, pounding me questions with pandemic, right? The 2021 is going to be a disaster. We're not going to have any positive growth. There's going to be negative growth, flat growth, blah, 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 right? I was very positive because of many different developments that were happening around the same time, right? And we were proven with the work from home model situation, right? Digital technologies are going to be revolutionized during this period. And the digital transformation, get me, when I say this, the spend is going to be close to $1.8 trillion the next 2 years on digital transformation across many different industries. And cloud alone is going to be close to $500 billion. That's one of the reasons why ICA is setting up a cloud center of excellence as well, right? So to be able to tap on that market. So when I'm just giving you that perspective, the demand side is absolutely phenomenal, and most of the work is going to come to us. The reason is talent availability is very, very not, that much in the countries, the West, particularly the demand side, right? We were about close to 8%, our employee strength of about 4.5 million in India, 4.8 million now in India. Only 8% were skilled in the digital technologies. When I talk about digital technologies, it's AI, ML, blockchain, blah, blah, right, all that stuff, right? Only 8% when the start of the pandemic happened. And today, it is close to 33%. So imagine the kind of, upskilling and reskilling has happened in the industry to be able to cope up with the demand. And I believe in the next 1 year, right, next 1 year from now, at least 70% of our employees would have been skilled in digital technologies. So that is the speed at which we are growing towards, reaching the demand side. The reason why I'm saying that is because the digital technologies the pandemic also has taught us many different opportunities out there and be able to cope up with those opportunities. So that's exactly the reason I said it could be close to 10%. I was also ridiculed that you can't be just making that assumption. 10% is impossible. And thank God, in Telangana, because of our efforts, industry efforts, collective efforts from all of you and from the government, everybody, we were about close to 12.98% growth. And this year, I promise you, with the numbers that we can speculate, it will be definitely much more than that. More than 15% is our kind of assumption. Particularly, I feel it will be more than 15%. And that will be double the industry average across India. Right? We have been doing this for the last couple of years, that we've been growing at double the digits growth as compared to the rest of the country. So over the last 3 decades, governments have treated the IT, pharmaceutical and biotechnology sectors as high priority and created liberal industrial policies for each of them in Telangana. Focusing on sustainable long-term economic growth, each government has developed business-centric focus areas, provided tax incentives, tax incentives to companies, ensured cooperation in respect to land allocation, and provided 24/7 power supply, state-of-the-art infrastructure, and seamless connectivity. Many of you here from Telangana would certainly endorse my statement that since the formation of our new state in 2014, the Telangana government has been very proactive in attracting IT investments to the city. I'm sure many of you know that our Honorable IT Minister and team of like the delegates from the government, they're touring the US. Already we've heard lots of investments, like say, been committed. So with all that dynamism, the IT Minister and Mr. Jayashree together bring, I think it has really helped industry grow in a big way, which is not the case in many different states. I'm sure my friends from Bangalore would also agree to that. So we have been witnessing CAGR growth of about 14.25% in IT exports since 2013 to 14, doubling the export revenues in just 6 years, which clearly demonstrates the government's commitment to aggressively grow the exports from Hyderabad to make it the second largest IT exporter in India. The last 2 years, as I said earlier, have been quite challenging on the pandemic front due to the devastating wave 2 and followed by most infectious wave 3. But the industry demonstrated a strong resilience and recovered successfully. We were able to transition almost 100% to work from home model in less than 3 weeks when the first wave hit, and that too under the lockdown in Hyderabad. This was a remarkable achievement, and thanks to all the government agencies, industry associations, corporates, the employees who could make it possible. Special thanks to the leaders here from the facility and infrastructure functions who worked tirelessly to support this transition. Without you all, this may not have been possible. An applause definitely is deserved for all this.
At least I loved the offices that I was.
Facilities. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. Before we go with our presentation, let me take you through a small AV of AMP's journey. AV, please.
In today's emerging world, facility management is an extremely important function in any business operation. It can be termed as the backbone of any organization. The facility management function helps in keeping things alive and kicking 24/7 in an organization. AMP's facility management is a cost-saving unit in any organization. In today's fast-growing industrial world, it's very important to be associated with a professional facility management company. AMP Service offers support to companies and institutions, allowing them to focus on their core business while entrusting non-core business to AMPS, the premier Indian FM company. AMPS, founded by Mr. Uday Kumar UR, established in 1999 in Bangalore, is an ISO 9001-2008 certified company. AMPS has more than 15,000 plus dedicated employees. Company has a presence in major cities in India and technical collaboration with the Technical University of Vienna, Austria. AMPS has expanded businesses in Dubai, UAE. The awards and recognitions we receive are a testament to our success. Awarded Best and Recommended Electrical Facility Management Company in India 2013 by FMW India Chapter. Our service offerings: engineering service, cleaning service, waste management, production support service, mailroom management, recruitment process. The AMPS recruitment process is very stringent on the candidate's educational qualification and skill set. AMP's interview process includes written, practical and oral tests which are compulsory. Industry verticals where AMPS offers dedicated services are IT companies, telecom, manufacturing, automobile, pharmaceutical, aerospace, banking sector, state and central government organizations. Training is compulsory for every employee. Classroom training, on-the-job training, skill enhancement such as personal grooming, CRM, international quality standards, fire safety, new technology introductions, EHS, energy saving. AMP's client base includes some of the world's largest companies such as Toyota, Bosch, HCL, and many more. AMPS is an industry leader in corporate and industrial facility management. that promotes best practices in business ethics. We are innovative, cost-effective, international best practices and process-oriented, meeting international quality standards. AMS is the best ethical and fast-growing facility management company in India and abroad. Call us today to find out how our complete facilities management service can benefit your business.
Thank you for watching. In the year of 2015, we spread our footprint across India, and then we stepped over into Gulf region, wherein we started our operations in UAE as AMS Technical Services as a flagship company. In 2021, we feel proud to mention that we have a market share of more than 30 million square feet, and as I speak, we are growing. And 2022 and beyond, we look forward to be one of the leading FM services company in this industry. Now, coming to the leadership part of our company, this was the genesis of Mr. Shri UR Uday Kumar. He is basically electrical engineering graduate, and he was involved in a lot of electromechanical and installation projects when the IT industry was, like I mentioned earlier, in its upward trajectory during 1990s. And he had the vision to foresee that FM industry has a great potential, and that's when he started this AMS, and now it started with a team of only 2 persons, and now it's more than 20,000 plus members. He is a member of Bangalore chapter, CII, and also for his entrepreneurship and other meritorious activities, he has been awarded the Rashtriya Ratan Award. He is also a philanthropist chairing some educational institutions in rural areas, and thereby lending his time and efforts to bring in quality change in lives of people. So we are proud to be associated with such a leadership. And why AMS? What is the reason that AMS is now one of the most preferred FM services partner in the industry? So there are some key differentiators that I would like to point out to all of you. First is, like I mentioned earlier, we are a premier FM industry. We are here in this industry for more than 2 decades now. Second is, we are self-managed. We don't outsource to any other agency. We don't subcontract. We don't depend on any other vendor. We have all the manpower, all our employees on our rolls only. And the edge that we have over other agency model is that we have stringent method of evaluating the skill sets of the people verbally by written methods, and also we conduct lab tests, and then ensure that we have the right kind of quality of people, provide service at the workplace. So at the edge that we have over other agency model is that we don't have to wait for some other vendor to come in and supply the manpower and then say go in for rejection or delay or all those things happening. So that is this that we have when we have a self-managed model. We have an edge on competitiveness also. We know that cost is an important factor when the clients are considering awarding a contract to any FM agency. And we align with the services and ensure that we have the best and optimized cost and most economical pricing is provided without having any hidden charges in them. And once the contract is awarded to us, we ensure that we take it upon ourselves to see that the customer focuses on his core business activity, thereby leaving all the services to us. And then we ensure that there is a seamless operation of their business, and also that we have a 24/7 backup to support their activities. We are present across all the sectors of industry. You name it, we are there. We are in IT, we are in pharma, we are in automotive, we are in aerospace, we are in biotechnology, we are in one of the largest R&D technology centers in Bangalore, that is SABIC. And coming to the workforce now, we have a highly skilled, trained and dedicated workforce. Like I mentioned earlier, they go through stringent tests, verbal, written and lab tests. So that makes our team a very technically strong, and that is one of our key factors that makes AMS as a potential company to be considered as and when there is a requirement of technical services in FM industry. Technical expertise. We are here in this industry for more than 2 decades now. After having done all the major certifications and trainings and other things in our team, we pride ourselves of telling that
we are one of the best teams that is available in FM industry to provide any kind of technical support to the client at his facility by the way of 24/7, 365 days. And we can support the client in any aspect of whether it may be like equipment, life cycle equipment, life cycle of the equipment, or energy audit, or maybe projects, repairs and maintenance of the utility equipments, etc. The last but most important factor that we would like to bring to notice is client retention. We are proud to say that we have been successful in retaining the clients with us, major clients with us. And let me tell you that we have retained major clients for more than a decade now. So that shows that trust that the clients have in us with regard to the services and the support, the kind of support that we can provide to their businesses so that they have their seamless business operations happening. So this is one of the key factors that makes AMPS one of the most preferred partners in the industry. Now let me take you through a couple of clients that we are managing. What you can see is Sabic. It's the world's second largest petrochemical R&D center in Bangalore. It is a 45 acres campus. And here we have a dedicated team, highly trained team, which supports the Sabic R&D center operations. As you know, R&D center, when we say it's R&D center, the equipments and the high-tech equipments that are present in R&D centers require very high quality skill, and they are supposed to be aligned to the very high-end processes so that the very stringent parameters are to be met and maintained for their R&D activity. So the kind of manpower that we are providing at this R&D facility is one of the best in the market, and we are proud to say that this, when there was a selection that was happening for this particular client, we were in race with major Indian and global players of FM in FM industry, and it makes us very proud to mention that AMPS, because of its 2 decades of experience and technical expertise, was selected because of its technical strength, and we got this contract, and we are now managing it for last 2 years, since 2020. So next is one more major client that we are managing from 2012 is Toyota Kirloskar plant, wherein we have, again, like I mentioned earlier, a highly technically qualified team that supports Toyota Kirloskar plant at Biddi, near to Bangalore, by the way of electromechanical services, and supporting them in their preventive maintenance activities, help desk management, and Kaizen, as we know, is one of the words that Japanese use for continuous improvement. And we also manage their 220 kV substation, which supports provides power supply to that entire plant. And we thank you for patiently hearing us, and we look forward to meeting you, and we look forward to provide you, we look forward to meet you, and look for an opportunity to provide you with our best services, and we welcome you at our stall as well. We would like to meet you after this session.
People who have made it happen, I would like to first of all call upon the Hyderabad core team to come on the stage, please. I would like to give them a memento quickly. Srinivas Taluka, Chandra Kumar, Gauri Shankar,